The Mercury Mountaineer is a mid-size luxury sport utility vehicle that was sold by Mercury from 1997 until 2010. Sharing many of its features with the Ford Explorer, the vehicles were virtually identical in terms of hardware. Externally, they were styled somewhat differently, and the Mountaineer was positioned with a more upscale interior, with the Mountaineer's MSRP coming in at $1,000, a circumflex $6,000 more than the Explorer. It was last redesigned for the 2006 model year with a new frame, looking very similar to its previous model. Some controversy resulted after the media highlighted a number of rollovers involving Explorers and Mountaineers fitted with Firestone tires. The Mountaineer has been praised for its excellent handling and stability. The Mountaineer was never sold in Canada. As part of the discontinuation of the Mercury brand, production of the Mountaineer ended in late 2010. In 1991, General Motors introduced the Oldsmobile Bravada, largely as a low-cost alternative to the Land Rover Discovery. Sharing the body of the four-door Chevrolet S10 Blazer, the Bravada was differentiated by upgraded trim and a dedicated all-wheel drive system. For 1993, Jeep revived the long-running Grand Wagoneer nameplate as a wood-grained variant of the newly introduced Grand Cherokee. However, the smaller version only lasted a single year, after finding limited sales. As a response to the Bravada and the Grand Wagoneer, Ford introduced the Explorer Limited in 1993. In contrast to the outdoors-themed Explorer Ready Bore, the Limited was geared towards on-road driving. It was fitted with all-wheel drive in place of traditional four-wheel drive. The Limited was also distinguished by monochromatic body trim, body color bumpers, and chrome wheels. As part of the redesign of the Explorer for 1995, the Limited remained part of the Explorer lineup, as these brands, along with Oldsmobile from General Motors, competed more closely with more expensive brands than with the Ford model line. Ford Motor Company sought to develop SUVs for its Lincoln Mercury division. Mercury would receive a variant of the Explorer, while Lincoln would receive a variant of the upcoming Ford Expedition. The Mercury Mountaineer was introduced in late 1996 as a 1997 model. Although closest in appearance outside to the popular Ford Explorer XLT, the Mountaineer was trimmed in between the Explorer Ready Bore and Limited. Many optional features were made standard. To differentiate it from the Explorer, Ford styled the Mountaineer with its own lower body color scheme separate from Explorers. The rear hatch and bumper were donated from the European export version of the Explorer. The Mountaineer was fitted a 215 horsepower 5.0L V8 with a 4-speed automatic. Unlike any V8 Explorers, all-wheel drive was the only powertrain available. For 1997, sales of the model fell under Lincoln Mercury expectations. To improve the sales potential of the Mountaineer, several changes were made for the 1998 model year. To expand the price range of the model line, a model with a 205 horsepower 4.0L V6 was introduced. To better differentiate the Mountaineer from the Explorer, Ford stylists made additional changes to the exterior. Along with a new rear hatch, a new front grille with different headlights was added along with larger wheels unique to the Mountaineer. Although sales would largely improve to become the division's third best-selling model, the Mountaineer still lagged far behind Explorer, one of the best-selling vehicles in the United States. For 2002, Ford redesigned the Explorer and Mountaineer. This Mountaineer was new from the ground up, offering even more luxury features than the last generation. Its exterior appearance was very similar to the Mountaineer concept vehicle first unveiled at the 2000 Los Angeles Auto Show. This Mountaineer offered features like faux brushed metal trim, rear radio deck, rear ceiling air vents, and a rear seat TV/DVD player. Sales sped up drastically with the introduction of this generation, and it was look ahead at the entire revamp of the Mercury line to offer more luxurious looks and features. Some design cues found on this Mountaineer like the waterfall grille and barred taillights, would go on to form Mercury's new signature look, which would appear on all its models